Hi everyone, it's Nurse Lena here. In the last video, I talked about why I chose to become a nurse practitioner. In today's video, I want to focus on challenges that come with being a nurse practitioner, specifically for me, and whether or not I have any regrets. As I mentioned in my previous video, I want to emphasize that everything I share is based on my personal experiences. I think it's important to remember that everyone's journey may be different. Now, let's get it started. One of the challenges I've personally faced is a lack of understanding about the nurse practitioner's role. People often are not familiar with who nurse practitioners are and what we are capable of. This challenge becomes even more pronounced for me as I come from Korea, where we don't have such a job title or fully independent nurse practitioners. This means that I often find myself having to explain what I do for a living to my family, friends, and relatives back home. The concept of a nurse practitioner and our scope of practice can be unfamiliar even to some of my patients, requiring me to provide clarity. Another significant challenge comes from misconceptions about nurse practitioners. I encountered a misconception that nurse practitioners don't know what they're doing or lack expertise. I think it's important to remember that just like in any profession, there are both exceptional and subpar practitioners. Unfortunately, negative experiences with nurse practitioners are often emphasized online, creating a distorted perception that can overshadow the significant contributions and competence of the majority. Due to this misconception, I found myself putting extra pressure on myself to prove my competence. I overprepare when it comes to giving presentations or lectures at work or in the community. And I'm overly thorough with the visits with my patients and my documentation. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm usually very chill and easy to talk to person at work. I'm just a little bit harsh on myself. It can be a good thing at times, but not really good for my mental health. Speaking of lack of understanding of the nurse practitioner's role, that brings me to the next challenge. As a psychiatry nurse practitioner, I've encountered situations where my salary was undervalued. Some employers may not fully grasp the nature of psychiatry nurse practitioner, resulting in lower salaries. In my case, HR thought my salary was sufficient, but it turned out to be it was in the bottom 10th percentile of a psychiatry nurse practitioner salary in the state where I was working. Thankfully, with the support of my supervisor, I was able to advocate for a more reasonable salary. I learned my lesson that I have to fight harder for what I deserve. To be clear, I was not a naive new grad when I took this offer. That low salary was a result of my previous hard fight, which was still not enough, of course. Another challenge is that every state has their own regulations regarding nurse practitioners' practice autonomy. Even in states with a full autonomy, specific conditions may be required before exercising full independence. And those specific conditions are all different state by state. So it's crucial to be aware of the regulations and guidelines in our respective states. And that can be annoying and time consuming. When I first moved from Massachusetts to Texas, I spent so many hours figuring out all the regulations. So these are the challenges that I have faced for the past 3 years of being a psychiatry nurse practitioner. Now, the question, do I regret my decision? The resounding answer is no. I'm genuinely thrilled with the path I chose as nurse practitioner. I'm grateful for the opportunities and fulfillment that being a nurse practitioner has brought to my life. It has provided me ability to support my family while my husband pursued his medical journey. It has not only allowed me to pursue my passion for patient care, but also granted me the flexibility to adapt to the needs of my family. Moreover, I take a great pride in the service I deliver as a nurse practitioner. I try my best to deliver up-to-date and high-quality evidence-based care to my patients. I'm also fortunate to be part of a physician community that recognizes nurse practitioners as equal team members. Moreover, I have directly witnessed the extensive amount of studying and countless exams that you need to endure to be a physician. I mean, I've seen my husband going through it, and now my brother is going through the same thing. Reflecting on these experiences, I think a medical journey may have not been the best path for me, even if I had been accepted into medical school. In conclusion, while challenges exist, the rewarding aspects of this profession far outweigh any doubts or regrets for me. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed hearing about my journey as a nurse practitioner. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!